Chevrolets at the 2024 Scottsdale Barrett-Jackson auction were some of the top sellers with Corvettes, Camaros, and of course, off-roading Blazers. Hi there, I'm Rick DeBrule. You know, the selection of Chevrolets at the event was also highlighted by the charity sale of a 2023 Corvette Z06 3LZ with 100% of its $220,000 hammer price that benefited the Chip Miller Amyloidosis Foundation. So here are your top 10 Chevrolets from the 2024 Barrett-Jackson Scottsdale auction. Starting things off at number 10 is a 1963 custom split-window Corvette that was actually stretched 2 inches.
Lot number 1393, 1963 Chevrolet Corvette Custom Split Window Coupe. Original factory GM body, rotisserie restored and upgraded with latest technology. Got a new 755 horse LT5 supercharged GM Performance crate engine and a 6-speed transmission.
Right, had to get down, what are you paying? Have it down, to get down to get this thing out, had to get down, what are you paying? $1 million, and $1 million down, to get down, what are you paying? Have it down, to get down, 70, just keep asking, right, had to get down, 70, get 100, 150, and 125, 150, and now 75, and 175, and 175, 200, now 25, 50, and $250,000, 75, and 275, on here to get down, 275, down, to get down, 275, and 325, and 325, and 325, down to 50,000, 75, and 375, on here to get down, 375, on here to get down, 375, and 400, and 400, 400, and 425, and 425, and 425, down, to get down, what do you want to pay to get down, 450, and 450, and 475, and 475, and 475, down, to get down, what do you want to pay to get down, 475,000, and 475, on here to get down, what do you want to pay to get down, Kurt, go ahead, 475, what do you got?
Fresh build completed in 2023, only 100 test miles since. It's got a Winters quick change, 355 gear ratio rear, and stiletto quick steer power rack and pinion.
50, 450, I got 425 with Isaac, asking 450, and 450,000, and 450,000, down, to get down, what do you want to pay to get all through, all done, and 450,000, and 4.5, half, on here to get out ahead of Adele's ground, down to get all through, all done, and a half. Sold for $425,000, Isaac.
A documented ISCA show winner featured in a number of magazine articles is number 9 on our Chevy list.
Now rolling up a 63 Corvette Custom split window coupe.
Yeah, split windows, you know, you can debate about whether it's the best mid-year Corvette, but since it was only built for a single year where they have that split window down the back, it is essentially the rarest of the coupe bodies. You know, when you go all the way to the back and you see that stinger line that goes all the way down, this is the one that Bill Mitchell loves so much and Arcus Duntov did not like. And boy, there was a big battle that first year as to whether they were going to continue that. But because of the rarity for the longest time, we never saw people customizing these. Well, those days are gone. Taking a split window, putting in something special, it is becoming the norm.
Yes, absolutely. They're regularly selling for well over what a stock 63 split window, especially one without fuel injection, as you can see here, $410,000. And this one now, much more powerful engine, supercharged LT4 it looks like under the hood, and custom chassis. Beautiful.
Yeah, and solid money. I mean, we're up over $400,000. You know, once there was a time when you didn't customize anything and make more money. Now it happens all the time.
$435,000 takes it.
Holding on to the number 8 position is the 9th of just 69 Camaro ZL1s produced back in 1969.
69 Camaro ZL1.
Well, when you look at what brings value to a car, you look at multiple factors. You know, you look at the looks of the car, you look at the performance of the car, the desirability, and then you look at the rarity. And I got news for you. This 1969 Camaro ZL1 has all of that. It's got the performance, it's got the looks, and it's one of only 69 ZL1s produced back in 1969.
So this car is accompanied by quite a lot of provenance. We have the original invoice, the manufacturer's statement, the shipping order, And at Fred Gibbs Chevrolet, they're in the Harp, Illinois, they were one of the primary dealers of these very limited cars. There's a letter from Fred Gibbs about this car and this VIN number verifying the car and its options as it originally came. Now this Provenance, well, this is worth $270,000 because you want to see this to support the value of this car today and in the future.
Yeah, we always say hang on to the paperwork, or if it's not in the car, put it in the trunk as the case may be. In this case, the paperwork is so critical. And this one is a special one, the ZL1, that aluminum head engine. You know, this is a unique vehicle made during a unique time. Plenty of Z28s that came out of the Chevrolet world, but once again, only 69 ZL1s. Closing in on $400,000 now.
Near the peak of the muscle car era, an extremely rare special order machine in exceptional restored condition. That rings the bell.
$450,000 makes it the number 2 sale of the day and the auction.
Cruising into the number 7 spot on our list is a 1970 Chevelle with matching numbers drivetrain, including the LS6, the 454 cubic inch, 450 horsepower engine, and it's also got that Muncie 4-speed manual transmission.
Okay, here comes another hit. A 1970 Chevelle SS LS6 convertible.
And here's Jerry McNish.
Original engine, transmission, and rear axle. Rick Nelson of Muscle Car and Concepts restored this car. He never missed any detail on it. It's the nicest one in the country, and at this point in time, between Rick and myself, we don't know of any other LS6 convertible with the complete original drivetrain. Don't miss out on this. It's the best of the best.
So it's been interesting what we've seen come across the block. Some spectacular resto mods, beautiful custom vehicles. Now we're into originality. A 1970 Chevelle SS LS6, the top of the heap, the big engine that came across in this 1970 Chevelle. And as you heard Jerry McNish say, this one may be the only convertible with its original engine.
And look at some of the detailing, the original part number of the radiator hose, the original type clamps. Everything about this is restored to be exactly the way it left the factory and rolled into the showroom 50-some years ago.
Yeah, and Jerry McNish not only has a report that accompanies this, they also have a thumb drive with more than 5,600 photographs documenting the entire restoration of this 1970 Chevelle.
1970 was the pinnacle of the first muscle car era. It was not the end. Detroit kept building and selling high performance all the way right up until the big gas crisis of 1973, when suddenly everybody wanted fuel sippers. But the top of the mountain was right here, 1970.
Well, the top of the mountain for that era. Little did we know we'd come back and blow past the horsepower numbers that we thought were big, those 450 numbers that we'd see in these engines. And now we've got even more that comes out of Detroit.
Sold at $450,000.
Are you enjoying this top 10 Chevrolet list? If so, head down there and like and subscribe. We'll wait for you. Take your time, do it, but please do, so you can watch even more of these. Now, another 1970 Chevelle comes in at the number 6 spot, but this time it's a custom with a supercharged LSA 376 cubic inch engine rated at 600 horsepower.
Here's a 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle Custom Roadster.
Yeah, and it's pretty interesting when you look at this. I mean, first off, we'll talk about the paint in a moment, but what's really important is this is not a convertible, this is a roadster. The top has been eliminated, and this is what it's supposed to be. I don't think there's a Carson top associated with it. And look at those seats in the back, custom done. You may not have a lot of leg room, but you're sitting in beautiful seats.
Oh, this one's had all the chrome delete and all the badges deleted. No bow tie, no Chevelle anywhere. The beautiful bronze color, modern LED lights in the interior. Looks like something out of a video game as well.
Well, you're never going to put the top up, so why bother to put it on? $450,000. That's the number that goes on the Summit Racing sold sticker.
Coming in at number 5 on our list is one of 2 big tank Corvettes that was built back in 1967 and one of one that was finished in ermine white. Now, it's equipped with a 36.5 gallon fuel tank that was used primarily for racing, but this one, get this, had power windows, power brakes, and factory air conditioning.
A 67 Corvette. This one a 327 350.
And here's Roy.
There is not another 67 big tank car in existence. The second car is documented to have been destroyed. One of 2 to start with. You're looking at one of one today. And it's perfectly restored, has every award that you can get. 350 horse, air conditioned, great car.
So with air conditioning, this one likely was not headed for the racetrack, but maybe for long distance touring. We don't know its full history, but we do know how it was born and with what options, because this car includes the original Corvette order, confirming all of the options matching to this vehicle identification number, including the N03 36.5 gallon tank. One of 2 ever built, the only one to survive.
And once again, desirability, rarity, all those things that you want in a car. It's a 1967, the last year, and boy, look at the number we're getting on this one.
This car is also a recipient of the Zora Arkus Duntov Award of Excellence for the National Corvette Restorers Society.
Yeah, and they also point out it's got the original Corvette order copy that confirms the factory options, most specifically that big tank.
You won't just be the only one in your block. You'll be the only one in the world with one of these 67 tankers.
We're closing in on the number 1 sale of the day at this number.
One of one, the last one around. Help yourself, Scottsdale. Make some noise.
I think that bidder will go there if he has to. He looks committed. Didn't have to. $500,000 takes it.
Tied with number 5, our number 4 is a very special custom Corvette built by Joe Clevenger.
Now we're moving on to a 1958 Corvette Custom Convertible. Another fantasy bid vehicle. What did you think this car would sell for?
Yeah, it's a beautiful custom with a modern LT1 engine under the hood, 460 horsepower, and sky blue riding on a custom chassis. Of course, in 1958, fuel ejection was available as an option. Since it has a fuel-injected V8, they added it on the fender as well to give it that perfect vintage touch. You can see a power ram closing the hood right now, so you can open and close it at the click of a button. Blue interior as well. Looking stock, but gives you more room to be able to sit down. If you're taller, trying to fit in a stock 58 Corvette, you probably hit the steering wheel and stick out looking like Big Bird. With these modern resto mods and customs, much easier to get in and out of and be comfortable.
According to Consigna, they've only put 150 miles on it since it was built. That's an important 150 miles. Got to make sure everything works right, doesn't leak, doesn't fall apart. $500,000, wow.
Rounding out the top 3 is a beautiful 1958 custom Corvette, this one riding on an Art Morrison chassis.
Here's on number 1368. It's going to be next. Here's your 1958 Chevy Corvette Custom Convertible. This GM LS7 engine's powered by the 427 cubic inch, 570 horsepower engine.
Right, had to get out what you paying, have it on it, don't have to get out what you paying, have it on it, don't have to get out to get this thing here. Had to get out what you paying, 500. Had to get out 500,000, out down to get down 150. I had to get out 1.5, half on a 200,000 and 200,000 down to get down 2, now 25, now 50, and 250,000 now 75 on a to get down 3. $300,000 now have a 3 and quarter down down about to get down 325 5 on it to get down 325 and 350 and 350 75 and 375 375 on it to get down 400 4 quarter and 425 and 425 575 500 on it to get down 500 roll it away and 500,000 now quarter and 5 and a quarter 5 and a half on it to get down 525 and 50 and 550,000 and 5 and a half and 5 and a half and 5 and a half down about to get down to get this thing I had to get down buddy on it to get all through and 5 and a half and 5 and a half. Shane, go ahead.
This car has only been driven 200 test miles since the build was completed back in 2023. Rolling on that Art Morrison GT chassis. Here's a beautiful 58 Corvette.
All right, I had to get down 5 and a half. Down about to get down buddy. I got me. I'm right up here at 500, asking 550 and 3550 and 50,000 and 50,000 down. You got her at 35 now 50 and right up here you're out and 550,000 and everybody else crowd down to get down. Love you, Gator. Right, had to get down buddy. Paying 35 and 50 and a half. Sold for $535,000.
All right, here's the runner-up on our top 10 list. It's a 1967 Chevrolet Yenko Super Camaro. It's powered by a 427 cubic inch, 450 horsepower engine backed by a Muncie 4-speed transmission.
A Yenko supercar 427 Camaro from 1967, one of 54 built.
Yeah, we've talked about Don Yenko and what a great driver he was. I think he won 4 SCCA national championships. He raced at Le Mans, raced at Daytona. And then he decided to say, you know what, let's take what I like, the performance, and make some money off it. Went to his family's dealership in Canonsburg, Pennsylvania. Initially, they started as a shop where you could buy parts, then they could install them, or you could buy them separately, and eventually it became the Yenko Specials.
$550,000.
All right, time for number 1 on our Chevrolet list, and it's something special. It's a Jeff Hayes custom Corvette powered by an LS3 540 horsepower V8 engine.
Now here's a 1967 Corvette custom convertible.
Well, I got 2 words for you. Jeff Hayes. This is just incredible. Champagne with the Ghost Stinger stripes, the Corvette cross flags, linen leather interior, big turbine wheels. It's a 67 Stingray. That's the one you want. And nobody does them to this standard these days in a Corvette Restomat.
Yeah, custom chassis underneath. You look at that dash alone, the great work, the turned metal, the bezels, everything about this is great. And look at the number!
Told ya.
Could it be? Is this the one?
All right, Jeff Hayes, in your wildest dreams, did you see this happening today at Barrett-Jackson? What do you think?
Oh, it's amazing. Absolutely mind-blowing.
Well, so is your work.
Well, I appreciate that. It's wonderful.
We're creeping up on it. And there it is, $1 million.
Well, thanks for tuning in to our top 10 Chevrolets from Barrett-Jackson's 2024 Scottsdale auction. Make sure you click down below to like and subscribe so you can get more auction action.